Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Grigsby's War in the East as we continue. So, we have moved the vast majority of our army group south, primarily moved everything that is worth a damn. A few airfields here and there. There we go. Okay. So we do need to move up the majority of our own airfields as well, the Luftwaffe flotillas, they need to be moved up. Our air flotillas need to be moved up. Barring you have utility planes there. I could do with having these level bombers removed, the HE-111s, and having them transferred to a air flotilla that can make use of them. Okay. But this air flotilla over here, the 23rd Luftwaffe Air Base, is pretty good. That's good to move up. So we can move that up. That's 158 bombers there, 33 fighter aircraft. That's sizable. 107 fighters, 103 bombers, 79 bombers. 32 utility aircraft here, mostly reconnaissance, I'd imagine. Bam, bam, bam. 42 bombers here. Yep. Okay. We do have 122 bombers here, 81 fighters, 106 bombers, 181, sorry, 158. Yep, okay. A few utility here, actually. I think we did agree that, well, I did come to the consensus that I would probably be better off trying to fly in some supply down here. We only have the level bomber at the moment, but that's fine. Can't move anything. Bugger it, I'll move some supply if I can. 10 supply, that makes a difference. Right, we do have the ability from here, but I guess they're not in range. Or did I decide on this panzer grouping? Let's see. I mean, they are the furthest away from supply. But then again, they don't need to be doing too much in the way of advancement. We do need the actual infantry to catch up. So supply, suppose we'll have to go with what's in range, first and foremost. I'm really hoping to break through at Pskov. If we can break through at Pskov, what we can do then, with the Panzer Group over here in the north, is basically break through at Pskov, head to Lake, I don't know what the name of this lake is, I think it might be Ilmen, but basically try to separate Leningrad, at least the Leningrad front, from the rest of the Soviet Union. If we can do that, then we can ultimately starve the Leningrad defenders and achieve victory in the north. Okay. So let's not get carried away, let's move up our infantry and then we'll do things like that. So, we have a few infantry all the way down here. Start them moving up. Good movement there. We can move quite nicely through friendly terrain. Especially mostly clear terrain, we can really move up. We do also have the rails over here, so we're going to move you. Okay. At least supply will be that bit closer. Okay, that's the best we can do. It's going to take a while. I mean, in the north, via Riga, we're moving quite rapidly with the rails. Obviously with this being like the Baltic Rail Zone, and Baltic Rails being an easier gauge, or basically easier to convert to use or repair. We're not doing too badly. Definitely get moving. Converting these rails down here. That's going okay. Not too bad. Okay. They can't move. You can. Which corps do you belong to? Okay, so your corps pretty much ready to go. That's fine by me. We'll have this corps move up towards Mogilev. Yeah. Occupy Mogilev. There we go. We'll disrupt the air base over here. There's 3 of them as well, so that's pretty nice. So you see this fuel here. Fuel and supply. What happens is when you capture things like this, is that goes towards the headquarters. So that would have gone to their headquarters here. So that would have gone into the core over here, the 13th core. And then that'll probably work its way back if it's not needed, like fuel, not really needed for the infantry division as such. Well, it is, but it's abstracted. Now, actually, moving on to the issue of capturing. So let's take a look at production. So if we select Germany. Okay, here we go. So we can see here that we've captured about 68 T-26s. Decent number of KV-1s, about 20 KV-1s, that's pretty damn good. 7 KV-2s, a few T-35s. There we go. We have the 1940 variant. Among other things, AT guns, howitzers, mortars, that sort of jigger. Now basically we've captured equipment. It's unusable until October 1941 by either nation. And at that point, basically how it'll work is, say we have these T-34 medium tanks over here. Now, if we have, let's find one. Let's go over to a Panzer Division. Right, so this Panzer Division, if it has some medium tanks like Panzer IVs, then they'll be worked into that regiment. Or basically worked into the division. If there's a division that needs medium tanks, they'll be worked in. If it's a division that needs light tanks, they'll be worked in there. It's basically to do with the table of equipment. So I'll try to, yeah, see here. So we have 85 medium tanks. We're supposed to have 105 medium tanks. So what would happen is, from October 1941 is, say we have, I don't know, 20 T-34s. They'll be worked in here to fill that gap in the table of equipment. So it's actually really quite an impressive system. It's really quite nice. I like how it works. To capture equipment, you have your best chance of, obviously, surrounding units and capturing them like that, having them surrender. You can also capture unit, well, supply when an attack fails and they retreat, or they're forced to retreat. You can capture equipment. You can also capture equipment when the enemy is shattered. That's always a good thing. Okay. So, that's how you capture equipment. Let's move up to Mogilev. There we go. Good, they're all happy now. Okay, so these men are also yours. We do need to avoid going into the awful terrain like swamp. That's going to slow us down and make it harder to advance. So what do? I go straight to the swamp, don't I? Yeah, there we go. That's me showing what not to do. It'll be fine for the time being. It's just so we can move a little bit further the following turn. Okay, they're all happy. You're happy. We're all happy chappies. We do have some divisions over here that we can work into being used. Of course, we do have another 2 divisions plus headquarters to be worked into the roster. We have these divisions as well already on the rails. They will, of course, be assigned to Army Group North, or AGN for short. Okay. So I can move you over here. Work in more of that supply. I'll just basically make it so they're closer. So if we take a look here, supply detail. Right. Range to rails 10, MP, oh sorry, 10 hexes I believe. MP to rails 14. Okay. So we have enough for the time being. We're good on vehicles as well. But for a headquarter like this, see, they're much further away from the rail. Much, much further. So they're not going to receive supply as efficiently. Okay, move you in here. Move over the security. Indeed. So, we have the forces of the 9th Army to move up. See, they can move quite far. Right, see, that's 5 divisions assigned to you. I really don't want to have any more assigned to you. Okay. You only control one other division, which is this division. Okay. There we go. So move these divisions up. Start to face the Soviets. Face the Red Army. Actually move you a little bit further away. Yeah, that'll do nicely. So infantry is starting to make contact over here. That's good. Now, in the following turn, what we'll be able to do here is actually quite simple. Basically, what seems to be the case here is the Soviets are forming a line like this. But this line is basically paper thin here. So what we could do then is have our Panzer Division, Panzer Group, say, basically come around, flank, and then we can basically take Smolensk. After Smolensk, move forward, cut off those forces. Alternatively, we could always go down south, but it's a better move going north in... what am I doing here? Better move to go north. As it's better terrain, and there's obviously a greater chance of encircling the Soviets there, which is always a good thing. So I'm going to concentrate this force. I'm going to ready ourselves. But I do not want to get cut off. Okay. Ideally, we need to try and avoid going over the river, as that reduces our movement. So if we try to do that, it's going to be a rather difficult task, but it's a possible one. Basically, we'd have to avoid this here, go around, and try and find a way to cross over. The issue is the Dnieper River is quite large, and makes it difficult to try and avoid losing movement points to the rivers. I want to do a HQ build-up. The issue is the units can't be moved. Unless, well, otherwise I can't do it. See, we have a very low amount of fuel. Okay. We'll position the Panzer Group across the river. Onto the plains if we can. I'll move forward this cavalry division to secure as a toehold. And another here. Actually, we should have you as far away as possible so we can gain supply. Okay. Okay, more men to move up. The difficulty here is obviously the river. It's quite large. That's always going to be an issue. But once we are across the Dvina River, it's not going to be as bad. There's no real major rivers for some time then. I mean, it's the Oka River. Other than that, not really any major rivers between us and Moscow. Lots of minor rivers, but nothing too large. These are definitely the major rivers. Okay. Right. What we're going to do here is we're going to move the Panzergruppe. Basically, if we take a look here, well, basically all of this is awful terrain. That's swamp, that's uneven terrain like rough terrain, swamp of course, heavy woods, just in general, it's pretty shit. So what we're going to do then is we're going to transfer this Panzergruppe over here. From this position, it's not great, don't get me wrong, but at least we can put through over here, and then around. It's not a good place to be moving panzers, really. I might be better off just instead moving the panzers further north, which honestly is not a bad idea now that I consider it. So move that panzer division, well, Panzergruppe, sorry, over here. That would allow us to use 2 Panzergroups to secure our objective of cutting Leningrad off, which is a much better idea. Of course, there's always that possibility of coming around, but nah, I don't think it's too good. And then, of course, we do have a Panzer group down here for that job, so we'll just see what we can pull off. But either way, I don't think it's a good idea for us to have all of this in awful terrain. It's not going to help us. Okay. Then again, I could do a HQ build-up, which I think I might do. Admin cost is very high. Indeed. There we go. So we have Polotosk here, which is a town. Going to move that division up. Take that town here. Cross the river. Okay. And the 16th Army is rather small, actually. It might be that we reinforce the 16th Army with these reinforcements. Actually, we do have a bloody motorized division. Fantastic. Aye. AGC can be reinforced by these divisions. And I could do with probably reinforcing AGS, but AGS does have the benefit of the... Aye. They do have the benefit of the Romanians, Hungarians, Slovakians. That and a better front in general. Okay. Let's take care of these forces here. Yep, they surrendered. 48th rifle down. We'll move up. make it harder for the enemy to move. Okay, there we go. So I could move up here and potentially have the ability to force our way across the line there. But frankly, there's no point in that. I do not want to be attacking across the river to a urban city. That's not going to do me a goddamn thing. So we're going to take this, as we should. Okay, we have a brigade there. Oh, it's about to cut off this armor division, so that's quite a nice little bonus there. Okay. Let's push this division up. Well, brigade away if we can. Are they held? Okay. Well. Screw me, right? Okay, further reinforcements are on their way. But the thing is, we're forming a line here. I mean, this is basically the Soviet line. You can really quite easily see the shape. We're going to get across to Pskov by basically crossing... here and here would probably be the best idea. This is a city, this is a city. This is bad terrain. This is where we break through. From there we can go around, or basically buy ourselves some room here. But basically what we want to probably do then is have this Panzer Division placed here in this area to be able to break through. I need to race to Lake Ilmen. If I could take Novgorod, that would be a nice city to take. So if we could get to Novgorod, that would be nice. Does Novgorod actually produce anything really meaningful? No, not really, but they do have an okay amount of supply. That would help us. It's going to be harder to take the rest. But if we take Novgorod, then we can basically head up here and try to separate them. We'll have the finish soon. I can't remember exactly how you activate the finish. But it's not far now. We can finish off these forces over here. That's another attack. Yeah, there's only 3,000 men there. Shattered. And they're gone. So we can begin to move up another 2 divisions now. Okay. Move this HQ up. That was good. Okay, so we are coming towards the end of the episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. And do let me know what you think of my strategy or my thoughts. So until next time guys, thank you for watching and goodbye.